Cheers, Muses. I'm Erica Papillon-Posey, and welcome to another episode of Suits Souls by EPP, where I inspire you with timeless, classic, prim looks from my boudoir. And as always, please stick around until the end for the mini photo shoot that we provide for you at the conclusion of every episode. And as we are still in the throes of Black History Month, February, that is right, today I wanted to do something a little special for you and something that is actually really personal and near and dear to me in terms of colorism. That's right. But we have 5 inspirational looks for you today that really do kind of generalize the different shades and hues that we come in as a people, as Black African American people. That is right. But before we actually leap into those inspirational looks and why I chose the colors that I did, does anyone know what this picture is of? How about this picture? They're both called the Nefertiti. They were created, it's an artwork that was created by Mr. Fred Wilson in 1993. The first one, this one, is called the Gray, though they're both called Nefertiti. The first one is referred to as the Gray, and the second one is referred to as the Brown. That is right. The first one, generally speaking, refers to his study, his insight on why it is that Egyptians insist on identifying themselves as white and not as Black coming from the continent of Africa, right? But the second one, the Brown, is the one that we really want to focus on today. And that one really speaks to the inequities and disparities amongst African Americans and identity where African Americans are concerned in the white lexicon, the American white lexicon, if you will. And I've seen this picture for years. You know, at the time that I became interested enough to do a reverse Google search and find out where it came from. But it's actually currently housed at the Brooklyn Museum. Again, it's from 1993 by Mr. Fred Wilson, who created the artwork. So if you're interested and you're in and about the Brooklyn area, stop in and see it. But as you can tell here, the shades are really a generalization of the beautiful different hues and shades that we come in as a people. And I really have always been, again, struck by it because of my own personal background. As a child of adoption, I was actually adopted by a Southern Creole family from Louisiana who still reside there to this day. I don't know how many of you are aware, but there is still classism and colorism that goes on in the Black community in Louisiana. That is right. I experienced it all of my life. Now, we all know about the paper bag test and all of this, you know, the history of the paper bag test, if you can pass or not, right? Well, both of my parents are like the epitome of what you would consider Creole. Yes, my adopted parents. And both of my adopted parents could really pass for white. They really could. Particularly my mother. I'm putting a picture here up of my grandfather, who really could have passed for a white man, in addition to all of his siblings. But they were very keen on not selecting someone to marry in their family if they were too dark. That is right. Now, what's really sad and disturbing about that is that I am, again, adopted. I'm one of 4. I'm the oldest of 4 children. I have another sister that's next to me who is also adopted, and she's even darker than I am. Now, at a point in time, there is an illness called sickle cell anemia in the Black family. My mother was, you know, someone who had this prominently throughout her family. In those days, if you had even the trait, you were told not to procreate, blah, 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 because they didn't know enough about the disease to prevent it from passing on to your offspring. So their answer to that was to adopt. Well, after 2 years of having adopted my sister and myself, we are not biological. My mother became pregnant anyway. So I have 2 siblings that are biological to my mother and father, and then myself and another sister who are both adopted from different families. because my family is so fair, not just my general family, again, my extended family, my sister and I, with the exception of some cousins on my mother's side, were generally the darkest ones in our family. My sister always got the short end of the stick, if you will, because she was even darker. She was the darkest, essentially. So we always grew up with being treated less than, if you will. So when I saw the picture of the Nefertiti, I was like, oh my God, that looks like it struck something very visceral in me, because I grew up looking at those shades and of us and how they really affected how we interacted with in our family and how people treated us, even in our extended family. So that is why I was moved to actually come up with the color palette that I did today. I wanted to stick to a largely monochrome look, but these colors mean something to me, and I hope you like them. Not necessarily how I put them together, but the colors are what we are focusing on today because they represent us, our diaspora, and just to me, what has become now something so beautiful and so personal for me. And I hope you enjoy them, really. So the first look, thank you so very much for your patience, for hearing me out. But the first look that we're going to start with today is this beige. Yeah, just beige. It may seem like just a blah beige, and it actually has some gray undertones to them, to the coat, but it is, you know, largely a beige coat. Now you say, oh, that's really kind of fair. But if you were to see, again, my grandfather, I'm going to pop this picture up here so you can see what my grandfather looked like. People in my family, it was very common for them to be like what they say, light, bright, damn near white. Absolutely. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we started with this really off-white beige coat, overcoat, right? What did we do with it? We actually put it over this double-breasted H&M blazer, right? Really love this. I got this blazer for a steal. Yes, again, all H&M. And what did we do? Again, we went with a largely monochrome look just to represent those hues, those shades of us. So we went with boots and bag. Now, I think you've seen these boots in a different video and this bag in a different video, but this is another one of my Italian acquisitions. You know, a dupe of another Celine bag. That is right. This is a beauty. Again, a quality, well-crafted, stellar Italian-made handbag. And these are the Pour la Victoire, which is for the victory. It's just, you know, translated for the victory. These are stellar. I love these. As I've said in a previous video, and even the last video, I think, or video before last, when I did the Pullman Porters, I had on the suede and patent leather ones just like these. But I have them in 3 different colors, and they are fire, as you can tell. Thigh high, right? Zip up, zip down for easy access on the inside. So yes, we have these again to complete that monochrome look. That is how we started. Look number 2, shade number 2. We're getting a little darker now. We are getting a little darker. We started with this onesie. And this onesie is so comfortable. It's so comfortable. It's from Zara. I've had it for a little while. As you can see, it's a jumper here. Very cozy, very toasty. It's another one of those items that I would wear to the ski resort, going, you know, out into some cold weather activities like we did largely and very, very often in Colorado, where I am from. Yes, I was reared in Louisiana. But from the time I was 17 years old, I spent 30 plus years in Colorado. So that is where the accent comes from. And I do not sound like a Southern gal. Someone asked me in the comments, about my how I speak and things like that. Well, as a trained opera classical singer, we were put through diction classes, elocution classes, stage and performance classes. So it kind of, you know, it kind of eradicates the dialect. Also from traveling abroad so much, you know, you have to carry yourself a particular way in certain settings. So that is why you don't hear the Southern dialect. But when I get around my people, you might hear it come out from time to time. So with that jumper, we went with this, again, another H&M. This entire look was actually H&M. This wool blend, double-breasted. Yes. Do you see that there? Beautifully made with this scarf. Now, just a little story on this scarf and how we're so incredibly talented as a people, if I say so myself. I actually made this scarf, right? I love to crochet. I haven't done it in years. I used to do it very, very often. I would make things for my family members all the time, things for my sister and I, because we didn't have much money growing up. So I actually would whip out the crochet needle and go to work. I would make everything from just little trinkets for people, for teachers that I loved and things like that, to blankets and scarves, you name it. But your girl is really, really nifty. Like I'm fire. It's the creative in me. What can I say? With a needle, with a sewing needle or a crochet needle, two different things. So yes, and with that look, what did we do? How did we accessorize? We went with these Maison Margiela boots. You know, Maison Margiela really did bring to the fore the popularity of the tabby boots. You know, from the Japanese socks, the tabby shoes, tabby socks. Yes, so that is the same designer and maker. These fit like a glove. They are lambskin leather. They're just beautiful. You get into them with this zipper on the inside and then this block heel, super comfortable. But the thing that really is a defining feature of these boots is look at the toe, right? Just stellar, beautifully made. This boot was in collaboration with H&M some years ago that Maison Margiela did with H&M. So that is where these came from. They are fantastic, just wonderful. His shoes are a work of art, of art. So if you ever get a pair, they're an investment for sure. We also topped it with this beauty from Lack of Colors, right? Love her, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How fine, right? We went with that. And then the bag that we paired with it was another one of my dupes, based on the Gucci horse bit. Yep, absolutely. This is a smaller one than the one that you've seen, the red one and the black one that you've seen. I have these in 4 or 5 different colors, but this one is, again, all suede. Again, a dupe of the Gucci horse bit bag. But again, from Italy, from Florence. So absolutely, that is what we went with for the handbag. Look number 3. Look number 3, we're going darker. We started with this set from Zara, right? Beautiful, flowy. It's like a raw silk texture to it. 2-piece number. Great, fantastic for fall or for layering, of course, but summer as well. I purchased this one in south of France while I was performing there for something. But this is just a wonderful set. I adore sets like this, especially in the spring and summer months when you want to look chic and stylish, but comfortable and cool at the same time. With that ensemble, we paired it with this beauty. Look how rich, literally, not only is the color rich, but you look rich, do you not? Talk about rich auntie vibes, right? You've seen this brooch before, one from my collection. Get that there. Isn't she a beauty? Oh, just stellar. But this color is phenomenal, is it not? This is an express men's blazer, and I am not above purchasing a man's blazer when I am looking for a particular color or cut and I can't find it in the women's wear. I have no problems with going to the men's version of what I'm looking for, or have it made for that matter. So I have a number of blazers that are men's that I've purchased, or I had them custom made. Moving on with this look, how did we pair it? We went with these open toe booties. This is just the stuffing that I leave inside my boots when I wear them. These open toe, peep toe suede booties from Steve Madden. I've had these about maybe 12 years or so, but don't they just marry well? Just beautiful, right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, this is the only one that we really didn't go with a monochrome look for, but I really did, after, you know, putting it together, I really do like the juxtaposition of the texture differences along with the pattern. Yeah, against the handbag here. You've seen this Donald Kleiner bag before with this embossed animal print on it. It's all leather. This is a beautifully made handbag. I've had it for about 20 years. I will never get rid of it. It is just a gem. This is not the kind of bag that you would want to ever let go of unless you're just, you know, tired of it. But this is a classic. This is the kind of bag that you purchase, you keep, you hold on to. But yes, these were what we accessorized with for sure for that look. Moving on to number 4, we're going darker now. We're going darker, and I'm actually kind of wearing it. Yeah. This button down that I have on is an express button down. I've had this top for about 15-ish years, but I only say that because it's the exact color that we're going for right now. This chocolate brown. I am obsessed with chocolate brown. I always have been. I've said this to you in previous videos, and my sentiment has not changed. I love brown. Brown for me is like black. It just never goes out of style. Again, brown is a trending color, but it's never been trending for me. Brown is classic as far as I'm concerned. And we started with this beautiful slip dress with this sexy split on the side. Yes. Incredible. Love it with this lace detailing on the bodice area. Yeah. Now this slip dress is from Vera Moda. The last time that I wore this dress, just a little story, I was performing in the south of France for a jazz festival, and it was a beautiful, beautiful night out, but I had no idea what I was in for, and it was actually a summer night, and the mosquitoes ate my behind up in this dress. But I sang my face off, though. I sang my face off, but it's the last time that I wore this dress, which was summer of 2022. Is when I last wore this beauty. And as you can tell, it fits like a glove. And it is more of a maxi slip dress, right? And it just, of course, was highlighted by this beauty that we put over it. You've seen her before as well, right? I have this button wrong. Do I have this button wrong? I do. You've seen this in other looks that I've done. And she is just a version, you know, a Zara version of a teddy coat, right? Beautiful, just beautiful. Talk about chocolate brown, warm with this 2-button, single button closure, just stellar. The boots that we went with, yes, we did boots for every single look. Every single one of these looks, we went with boots. Look, come on now. How perfect. Is this not perfection? I told you that I have an eye for matching colors even when I don't have the items with me. I've purchased them separately, like far and away, and always have been able to, and not just with clothing either, even the matching and styling things in my home, creating things in my home decor. I just have an eye for it. But we went with these beauties. These are so fire. These are a recent acquisition. These are Mariana, and these are by Shoots. The name is Mariana, but they're by Shoots. Now, I told you Shoots is one of my favorite shoe wear retailers. Oh my God. And they're like a brushed leather, not suede, but a brushed leather. But they are fire. Look at them. Mariana is the name of it. They are still available. Of course, anything that's available, I will always link for you in the description. But these are so fabulous. Now, I have not worn them yet because, again, they're a recent acquisition. But today is the first time that I have styled them and worn them. But aren't they just stellar? Just beautiful. I love the roundedness of the top of the shaft of the boot here. I love the curvature of the heel and the pointed toe. These are super sexy and were just stellar with that dress, with the coat and the dress. And of course, the necklace that I paired with it, you'll see it is, I don't even remember where I purchased the necklace from, but just to give it a little oomph and a little flair, we went with that beautiful rhinestoned circular necklace. Yeah. And then to really accentuate the circular nature and features of the necklace, I went with this cute little clutch that I have purchased from Revolve, from the website Revolve. I've had it about maybe 10 years or so. Super cute, right? Just for some contrast. But that was number 4 in our monochrome looks, right? Moving on to number 5. Number 5 is the piece de resistance in our color palette. Number 5, we went black on black on black on black on black. That is right. Woo! Now, you've seen this coat before. You have seen this overcoat before. This double-breasted Black Panther. Double-breasted black. You know, it just reminds me of a Black Panther. Does it not? Look at this beauty. Yes, this is a Zara piece, double-breasted again. It's a maxi, just beautiful. I'm in love with this coat. I am in love with this coat. And whenever I can find something to style it with, I do so quickly. Yes, there are pockets to it. And then it has like this faux leather lining on the inside, but just beautiful, right? What did we style with this? I went straight suit again. You know I had to give you a really hardcore suit look in this offering, right? We, of course, had a basic button down. Again, from my last video, I find the best button downs inexpensively. These are about 20 bucks on Amazon, and they come in a multitude of colors. If you're interested or need one, I will link them for you. And we paired this beauty. This is a Zara set. How wonderful is this set? Look at this. Beautiful, right? Just beautiful. With all of this floral detailing, right? I just love this set. This velvet set with all of this embroidered. Look at that. Embroidered detailing in it throughout the entirety of the suit, including the vest. Look at that. Just beautiful. Oh, I just love a good suit. Suits are so sexy, even on women. Tell me it's not. Fight me, fight me. But suits are phenomenal. How did we accessorize besides the brooch on the double-breasted velvet coat? Did you see it there? Another one of my collection. I don't think you've ever seen this one before, but yes, right? How else did we accessorize? It's always in the details, is it not? Always in the details. Besides our tie, yes, these are my ties. I do have ties. Yes, I do. Every woman should always have at least one tie in her collection, right? In her wardrobe. Yeah, just a basic satin black tie, right? But the booties and the handbag are what really top this entire look off. We went with These velvet black booties with the tassels on them. Yes, I put these on here myself to go with this beautiful Ann Taylor clutch. You've never seen this one before. I've had this clutch, oh, I think about maybe again 10, 12 years. Just a beautiful, beautiful. I love Ann Taylor bags. They make some very stylish, timeless, very chic, classic handbags. All of my Ann Taylor bags that I've ever purchased, I still have them, including the velvet one from the Pullman Porter video as well. But I've got quite a few Ann Taylor bags. But look at this, right? Look at this. Come on now. What's not to love? What is not to love? I'm interested to see what you think about this look, right? Of course, we had to save the best. To me, the best for last, right? I really loved look number 3 as well, and look number 1. Those 1, 3, and 5 are my absolute faves. Let me know which is yours, right? Look at that. Just beautiful. Fantastic. So again, that was look number 5. So we did, of course, we started beige. Yeah. When we went a little darker with almost this more off-white. And then we went to a beige, right? And then we went to more of a taupe, right? And then we went to this really rust brown color, right? For look number 1, 2, 3, look number 3. And then we went to the chocolate brown with the slip dress, right? And then to the piece de resistance, the Black Panther here. So I love styling those. They really are representative on a larger scale, not a specific scale, because we all know that we can go, we can break the color wheel down even further as far as our shades and hues are concerned, where African Americans come in so many varied shades and hues. It's just amazing to me that we can, how intricate the color wheel is where our people are concerned, right? What do you think? What do you think about that? Do you think that the Nefertiti really is a good depiction of, on a general scale, of the shades and hues of our people? Let me know. But I really wanted to do this tribute to us, to the Black diaspora, and all of the shades and beautiful hues that we come in as a people, and celebrate us, not just during Black History Month, but celebrate yourselves every day, because we are grand. We are beautiful. And thank you so very much for joining me on this episode of Suits Souls by EPP. And as always, don't forget to head on over to Instagram and follow me there at Suits Souls by EPP. But until we meet again, à bientôt, Muses.